All right. Let's see what I got in the back of the truck. All right. Let me see. I got my matchsticks, tape, glue, rubber bands, 3 adult diapers, 2 of them used, my firstborn son, sacrificial dagger, time vortex, and yeah, I think I'm done. This is the Tales from the Crawl Space Root Tech Must-Haves episode, non-pest control edition.
3 pairs of adult diapers, 2 of them used. Because, you might need pre-shit pants sometimes. That's possible.
True. Yeah, they always say have clean underwear, but sometimes it's just not in the cards.
No, just bring the dirty ones with you. But I'm Jack. This is Tales from the Crawl Space podcast. And my amazing co-host, now service manager for the best goddamn pest control company in central Indiana.
Fucking A.
Mr. Brad Harvey.
Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to us. Oh, my gosh.
We are here, and we are here to talk about shit you're supposed to have on your truck. Well, you should have on your truck that have nothing to do with the actual job you're doing. Shit that makes your life easier.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, first off, everybody, welcome to season. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Man, oh, man, oh, man. I am so fucking busy right now. It's not even funny. Yeah, I mean, we're, 10-hour days have been the norm. I mean, the termite jobs and bedbug jobs and ant jobs and blow jobs and snow jobs, they're all coming in. And I love it. I could not be fucking happier. And especially considering, now, can you hear me now? But anyway, where was I? Snow jobs and blow jobs. But anyway, yeah. Season is great, and it's even greater now that I work for an awesome dude and work at an awesome place, which is of course Trio Pest Control. He's got a little triangle logo, and I don't know if he's just a Pink Floyd fan or he's a member of the Illuminati, but I don't care. The guy's great.
It's an upside down merkin.
Ooh, that's right, upside down pussy wig.
Yeah, a fluffy growler hatch.
A poussé toupee.
Well, you said you were good, blow jobs, snow jobs, and everything. That's like getting either a HJ, a BJ, or a ZJ. You remember that movie? Because what's a ZJ? If you don't know, you can't afford it.
That's right. Shit. Wow. So
I want to start it off with things that should be on the truck or we wish we could have on the truck because I want to show a little love to somebody before we get started. Mr. Tyler McIlvain sent me a bottle of, I think I'm saying it right, Fry, F-R-E-Y, like Glenn Fry from the Eagles, Fry Ranch Quad Malt Bourbon Whiskey. For those of you watching on YouTube, I'm holding up a gorgeous bottle.
That is a gorgeous bottle.
5 years, 10 months aged, 90 proof, gorgeous, and I cracked it open to smell it, and it smells delightful. It really does. It smells good. It really does. So I'm going to pour myself a shot here.
All right.
Nice healthy shot. This to all the Cheesebags and to Mr. Tyler McIlvain.
There's to you.
Cheers. Oh, boy.
Flesh it out, sir.
Oh, that is... I'm not good at this. I'm not a sommelier. It has caramel notes, a creaminess that you get with really good malted beverage. Bourbon. Really good malted beverages. There's a warmth, a full warmth going down right now. That's where my hiccups are coming from.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
Woo! It's tasty.
Okay, yeah. I was going to say, I'll take care of this for you, Jack. Jack likes it. All right. Thanks a lot, buddy. Yeah. As soon as he gets over his hiccups and vomits all over his screen, then we're gonna go for it.
Oh, no vomit. Nope.
Yeah.
Ooh, hiccups though.
See, you took a shot and not a sip. So you got you some sipping whiskey there.
God damn, that's good though.
This
That's good.
This is the best dead air we've ever had, Jack.
Well, you know,
I'm watching my one of my best friends have gastric spasms. I'm trying to figure out how to make it funny.
No,
It's like, damn
no. That would have been a pleasant death, though. I mean, really, a shot of that is the last thing that's tasty. That is really tasty. I'm going to enjoy that.
Tasty, by God. All right. Yeah, time to wash it down with a cigarette.
And it gets rid of the hiccups, so I'm good now.
Mhm.
So,
well, speaking of bourbon, as you can see behind me, the retirement bourbon is taking a back seat right now, and it is telling me how to drive, and it can go fuck itself right now because I went ahead and bought myself a bottle of the stuff that got me started on bourbon in the first place way back in the day, and that
gateway
is
drug.
the gateway drug. Yes, Evan Williams Single Barrel. This stuff is phenomenal. And let me tell you a little bit about it. It is my next door neighbor turned me on to it. My daughter had a slumber party back when she was in her preteens, and he comes over that night. He goes, "Brad, I want you to try this." And I said, "Man, I can't. I got a house full of girls. I got to stay bright just in case something happens." He goes, "Okay, I'll catch you tomorrow." I said, "Deal." 8:00 next morning. Open the door. It's Rick Howell sitting there with the bottle. He goes, "You ready to go?" I said,
8 a.m.
I mean, after that night, I was ready. And and then Ellen's like, "Brad, what are you doing?" I was like, and Rick was like, "Get back in the house."
You went balls out, 8 a.m. Goddamn.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, this is probably one of the better breakfast bourbons out there. Because it's damn smooth, and it was really enjoyable. And I hadn't had it. Oh shit, dude! I haven't had a bottle of Evan Williams Single Barrel for at least 10 years because this was like shit. This was like over 20 years ago when he when he came over and did that. And back then it was like 18, 19 bucks a bottle. Now it's like 32, but it was the last one on the rack. And Ellen and I had talked about this particular bourbon before just a couple days ago, and I was getting in the liquor store to buy Backseat Driver here, and I saw it. It was the only one on the shelf, so I had to have it. So here we are.
Now you said it was a breakfast bourbon. Is it also appropriate for second breakfast?
Second breakfast, yes.
And 11sies? And 11sies?
Yes, indeed it is. This is a bourbon that you can imbibe in all day long. And it's like, it's like the McDonald's of bourbon. It's reliable, it's consistent, and it's available all day.
And you can't call it day drinking if you don't start in the morning.
Fucking A. Words to live by. So, my goodness. I say the same thing every time. When we put it out to the depot, that the depot failed to disappoint. And this is another one of those instances because we got some really good responses. I want to put a special shout out to Casey Park, and in the fact that he kind of jumped the gun. Didn't know we didn't really do a whole lot of pimping the show this week because I just been so fucking busy with work and everything. Jack over here getting ready to move into a new house. He's been assholes and elbows too. So, and without even knowing it, a Cheesebag picked up the slack for us. And dude, I've only got a few magnets left, and one of them is on the way to you, buddy.
Oh yeah, I got some stickers I'll send along with it. So you get me the address. I'll send
Very
some
nice.
stickers.
So I've got we've got a good participation this week. Jack did manage to carve a couple of minutes out of his busy week to post a poll, and so Jack's got that, and I've got a list of stuff, and so we're gonna be talking about it.
We'll make it work one way or the other. That's for sure.
Absolutely. So Jack, tell me, you were a tech back in the day.
Oh yeah, back in the day.
Yeah. So what did you what was what would you say was your thing as far as the non-pest control essential?
Well, no matter what, I always had several bottles of water. That just goes without saying. Like I talked about last week, the little tiny can of Lysol for when you got to poop and you don't trust the bathroom. I'd wipe down the seat with it. I'd spritz it and then wipe down the seat. Nil odor tablet drop for when I blew up said bathroom or a residential bathroom. Hard candy, lots of hard candy. You're out there slugging it. It's hot as hell. You're sweating. You're drinking water, but your blood sugar starts bailing on you. I always took hard candy with me.
Yep.
Roll of paper towels. And what I did is I got one of those car seat back organizers, but I flipped it around so it was on the seat
front
next to me. And I'd keep pens, spare change, everything in that damn little organizer. Then I got a milk crate that I stole from the 7-Eleven out behind the 7-Eleven. And I got the hanging file folders, and I'd keep all my blank forms, blank tickets, NPMA 33s, all that stuff in that little crate down in the floorboard. So those milk crates are wonderful for shit.
Oh, yeah.
And you can still pile shit around it for Floorboard Friday, though. So you can kind of decorate it like a Christmas tree almost, you know?
You could create a debris field around said milk crate.
Yes, like a moat, a trash moat.
And sometimes it would spill over the hump. And you'd be kicking empty water bottles away from the gas pedal and the brakes and shit. And I've done that. It's like, I'd have to wait until the next fucking stoplight to deal with it. I'm hoping I don't kill myself or innocent bystanders. My essentials kind of mimic Jack's, except I didn't use a seat caddy. I had an accordion file where I kept all my papers. Back when I worked at the Big Green Tea, we got our month's worth of route tickets, all in advance. It was ours to sort out. It was ours to call customers at night, to set up your own fucking schedule, all without off the clock and without being paid. So fuck you, Big Green Tea, for that.
Fuck that shit, man. I have not
forgotten that horse shit. So that's where all my shit went. And but as far as but that's that's considered a pest control essential to me. The non-essentials are hard candies, definitely always kept a little bit of something. Not just a little bit of sugar or a little bit of carbs, but a little bit of protein as well. Because we all the carbs are going to get you there, but the protein is going to keep you there.
Right.
So we, I always meant, like some peanut butter or
peanut butter crackers.
Peanut butter crackers. Oh, again, tip of the hat to the Lance Corporation for their toast cheese crackers.
I love those.
The cheddar, the orange crackers that only had a hint of cheese flavor with a very, very microscopically thin layer of peanut butter on them. But that peanut was. It's like the pizza sauce at Casey's. Yeah, the peanut butter was concentrated, so it's like wouldn't shoot out everywhere when you bit down on it. Oh yeah, Lance, you guys had it with the toasted cheese.
Yeah,
God bless you.
I love those.
And for non-consumer and water, but back when I was at the Big Green Tea, I wasn't a big water guy. I was stupid. It's like soda. And, I'm paying for it now with a high A1C, but coffee. Holy shit, coffee.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that goes that.
God. Yeah. I just started this week on intermittent fasting, so I've had to cut the cream and sugar out of my coffee, and I've been drinking black coffee. I'm on 16-8, 16 off, 8 hours I get to eat, and I've got 15 minutes left to eat something. But anyway, so they say black coffee, black coffee is your friend because it's an appetite suppressant, and it's true. I had 5 cups of coffee, which is probably my max. But I'll tell you what, man, my body was like, nope, everybody out of the pool once I got home. I shit nothing but coffee. It's disgusting.
Butt mud.
Oh, yeah. I'm sitting there. We had a storm front coming in. I'm sitting in my chair in the living room, and all of a sudden I hear, I thought, on God, I thought it was fucking storm front, the thunder and shit. No, that thunder was coming from down under. And so I was like, God, I barely made it there. And it just, that sound? You're not having a regular shit.
You're power washing the boulder in somebody's yard.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people talk about Noxema, Carmex, and stuff to stick in your nose for those really funky accounts. I was a Vicks Vapor Rub guy, and because the mentholation was awesome. and I kind of like the tingle I got in my nose from it. That's weird, I know. And but gosh, don't ever try to scratch your balls after you put some of that on your nose, because you are not going to be a happy guy.
No, I was a dollar store mentholated rub, Dollar Tree stuff. I'd go in to stock up on a roll of paper towels and all that shit at the Dollar Tree. If it's for work, I'd hand sanitizer. That PT instant soap and water is nice, but it don't last long, and they give you hell for getting a bunch of cans of it. So, I'm talking about the instant soap and water stuff.
Fuck yeah, Jack! I know exactly what that shit. But I think I have a white with blue text can somewhere laying in my garage still. That's how old is that? It says Whitmire on it instead of Passive.
I'd get that big ass dollar jug of hand sanitizer at the Dollar Tree, and that's what I'd use instead. I'd just slather that stuff on. You could feel every single cut in your hand, and they just kind of shake them out. They dry themselves, so that's what I use.
See, my tenure at the Big Green Tea was pre-hand sanitizer. I guess it wasn't a big thing. The jellied alcohol that also could be used as a incendiary device was not very popular then. So I instant soap and water was my shit, and I paper towels. You always want to have paper towels in your truck, but 9 times out of 10 I'd forget to pick some up. So it's like wiping it on my shit, it's like getting out lathered up. I'd like put it on the back of my neck in the summertime, because then the wind would come and it'd be wet and it'd cool me down. And oh yes, absolutely. And yes, it's a good Band-Aid for swamp ass. I mean, I'm sorry. I posted on the depot. You walk into a restroom at a gas station with that. As long as that's got paper towels and not an air blower, you're fresh. You're fresh for at least the next stop or two.
I just fold up paper towels and shove them up my crack between stops to try to soak up some of the swamp ass.
Oh, the man pond.
Yeah, the main pond.
The man pond. Yeah.
I kept it in my Merce right next to my manty hose.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was always. It's like I do it, and get a longer one and put it in a U shape and just like cradle my sack.
When you didn't have your little poons thing.
Poons. Oh yeah, the poonsy, definitely an essential. For those of you who are just catching up, a poonsy it's a term my wife coined. It's a sock with either baby powder or cornstarch in it. So you kind of pat it around those little areas, that kind of get a little sweaty. And funky, and it keeps you dry, and it also keeps the friction down too.
And you go,
poons. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what you call it. Just poons, and sure as shit, man. It helps out. It is advisable not to do it too much, because then you're just creating a gravy environment between your nutsack and your thigh.
Oh, gravy!
Making
tank gravy. So some tank gravy going on there.
Yeah, that's funny, because a technician that I used to work with, who was older than me, was talking about, he's the one that's come up with making gravy, because I guess sometimes people were using like flour and stuff like that.
Oh my God, making a roux.
Making a roux, yeah, exactly. And oh my God, the first time I heard it, I thought I was going to puke, but it's like, no, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, you're definitely making gravy. Yeah, you got the flour, you got the oil.
The ball butter.
Yeah. Everybody enjoy your Saturday morning biscuits and gravy while you're listening to this, all right?
Enjoy.
Like, this is especially salty this morning.
Oh, Christ.
See, there you go. Any show I can get Jack to dry heave is a successful episode.
Well, I'll tell you what, you were mentioning Casey Park. His post that he put says, since becoming a tech 3 years ago, I've become such a tool/gadget guy. What are some must-have items you have on the truck for the job that isn't common? Pictures and links are accepted unless it's eggplant picture. Oh, eggplant pictures. I get it. He didn't do an eggplant. He did an egg
He's trying
and
to
a
be
plant.
Cool or nice.
Well, my penis goes with me wherever I do. Mm-hmm. So, I mean,
exactly.
It's a must-have.
We're inseparable. We are like peas and carrots.
It's not like that detachable penis song,
Oh, God, yes. Oh.
Well, I'm not going to go through last names because we don't have permission from everybody to say their names. So I'm going to go through first names. All right. Adam says electric duster and brass knuckles. He must have been working in the bad part of town, I guess.
Yeah. And it's like Will Height.
And it's let's see. Jeffrey said what duster? Oh, asked about a duster. That's pest control related. Damn it! Come on.
Yeah, no shit. Get with the program, folks.
Dan said shirts with hoods in the summer. I'm sorry, I generate too much heat. I can't have anything on the top of my head during the summer.
Shirts with hoods. Okay, I would like them to expand on that one if possible.
Yeah. Michael says a sawed-off golf club uses a termite probe and a Glock 17. Another guy working in a bad part of town.
Yeah. Holy shit. Man,
and
there's a lot of love in this room, man. You guys are fucking carrying hard.
Mr. Forrester says, simple thing, a click pen for when your hands are full. Not quite sure I get that. Click pen for when your hands are full? I don't know.
Not a clue.
No, lost me on that one. Mr. Nicholas said, Glock 19, spare mags, water, liquid IV, a concentrates pen. What's a concentrates pen?
I'm not sure.
And an extra headlamp.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Those. Yeah.
Okay. What? Liquid IV. Everybody recommends liquid IV. I tried the peach liquid IV. It is fucking horrible.
It's nasty. It is.
It is. So Jack, help me out here. Which one is the best?
I'm diabetic, so none of them. I don't like them.
You're the one that told me about them.
Well, I did, and I have it for emergencies, but they don't taste all that great. No. What I'll do is I'll pre-chill my water bottles with a little bit of lemon juice in them.
Yeah. They taste like the prep that I like for colonoscopies and shit.
It does, and it comes out of me the same way.
Oh yeah, it was like I did the colonoscopy prep on this one shit that I can't remember the name of, but it was like mango flavored Timbor.
Well, I mentioned it because it has less sugar in it than Gatorade does. And since I got to lay off the sugar, and Gatorade Zero makes me pee out the poo hole. So
somebody mentioned on the depot that Gatorade was liquid dessert, and which I'm fine with. It's like I was just having this discussion with William the Merciful about sugars and stuff like that. He and I are both trying to shed some pounds, and fucking the way he schedules me, I don't think I'm gonna have any problem. Love you, Bill. We were talking about sugars and stuff like that. And I was like, sometimes you need that quick energy, that you get from sugars. And, sometimes it drops and shit. I said, during my fasting period, I don't have a problem with it. But once I get into the eating window, something clicks in me and I need to have something. And I've been getting it through fresh fruit and stuff like that. Get that quick energy, and he's just like, that's my problem. He said, I'll get quick energy, and then all of a sudden I'll just crash. I said, that's because you're not sustaining it with proteins. And I'm no fucking dietitian, and I know that. So, but yeah, food, man, food's always. We say it's non-essential for pest control, but it is fucking essential.
No, God, yes.
You got to fuel that machine.
He mentioned an extra headlamp. Now I got to tell you, I've always have a good flashlight, a nice bright one. I had a Stinger and the smaller mag lights, but then I'll get like a couple cheapy ones and keep them in the truck because you inevitably lose a fucking flashlight, and generally it's the most expensive one you have that you lose. So
that's my problem. See, it's like I don't have a nice flashlight because I lose every goddamn one of my got.
Right.
I have several shit flashlights that I
can't get rid of them motherfuckers.
And those I don't lose, which is fine because I've adapted to the shittiness of them and I can still get the job done with them. But if I lose them, it's not going to break my heart too much. I'll just go over to fucking Dollar Tree and buy another one,
Well, the real shitty ones, I found that you could drop them out the window on the highway speeds. And when you get to your next stop and open up the back of the truck, that motherfucker's sitting right there. You can't get rid of the shitty ones.
Definitely. But my best shit flashlight I got, it's not shit. I paid like $20 for it at Batteries Plus, but it's a Nebo. It's small, but it's got one of those clips for your shirt. But fuck the shirt, man. It goes right on the brim of my hat. When I'm in crawl spaces, I'm digging around. I'm just like, Yeah, I'm a fucking coal miner now, Jack.
Mr. Nicholas says a wearable waist fan. Where's those things? I would have loved that.
A wearable waist fan.
Yeah. 12,000 milliamp rechargeable belt fan. So he posted. It's an actual link that he posted for something you wear and it blows air up your shirt. Where was that motherfucker?
Shit.
That's awesome.
Oh, shut up and take my fucking money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
All right,
Holy
Mr.
shit.
Nicholas, link, please.
Oh, he sent a link. It's on
did?
his. Yeah, it's on there. It's on there.
Bells.
This is pest control related, so Ken wasn't paying attention. But it's the Birchmere 4-foot brass extension wand to 8 foot. Edwin, and this is a good one, electric screwdriver, not a drill. Comes in handy for those outlet covers and stuff, and that's great. Those things, sometimes to bring a big fucking drill in, just a little thing of zip. Those things are awesome. AirPods, nice. And if you do mosquito treatments with a gas sprayer, electronic ear protection is awesome. The kind that does the noise canceling.
Oh,
Those are nice. Those are nice.
Yeah. I find when I'm doing the gas powered mosquito misting service, I'd say the best fucking thing that is good to use when you're using that is those goddamn muscle relaxers. Holy shit, those things weigh a ton.
They do.
Yeah, they do. That's like I just put a bid on a 3-acre job for mosquito service. We're going to be putting out the new and revolutionary Into Care devices, but we always, in the initial service, we do a misting. I turned that proposal in. I told Bill, I said, let's just have somebody else do this one instead of me.
Is one of those steel gas-powered foggers you got on your back?
This is a Tomahawk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How many gallon?
How many gallons? Too goddamn many. No, it's like I think it's like a 3-gallon, 2 or 3, 2, 3, 4. Fuck, I don't know. It's just goddamn heavy. That's all I know.
Well, water is 8.64 pounds per gallon. So you got at least 25, almost 26 pounds just in liquid on that thing.
Well, then you've got that internal combustion motor that's on it as well, and then you add on stick it on the back of a 60-year-old fat fuck with a bad back. Yeah, it's a recipe for disaster.
You're praying for it to throw a piston and sever your spinal column so you never have to do it again.
That's all right, yeah. I mean, I may be on soup and mashed bananas for the rest of my life, but damn it, I don't have to do mosquito jobs.
That's true. We got another firearm. Mr. Jesse says 9mm, liquid IV, rain jacket and pants. Now, I'll tell you about the rain jacket and pants. Those frog togs, the real, it's like made out of Tyvek, those things. They're awesome. They're easy to put on. They don't stay soaking wet when you take them off like the rubber ones with the liner in them type shit.
Yeah.
They're really light. And frog togs are nice. They give them this little tiny bundle, like a little tiny drawstring sack. You can roll them back up and shove them right behind your seat. They don't take up much space. So those things are cool.
Very nice. Yeah, I got a rain suit one time when I was working at the Scarlet Letter, and it was a deluge. I was installing some bait stations around a high school when I come back, or I was getting ready to leave, and I was wearing that thing. And good old Schultz, he's behind the front desk. He automatically starts playing Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. I'm serious, man. It was the hoodie. And I looked like the fucking Gordon's fisherman.
I was going to say, trust the Gordon's fisherman.
But yeah. So, but in all candor, it was a pretty fucking nautical day out there. So, but I was like, all of a sudden I hear, I was like,
motherfucker. Oh, a guy named Brad chimed in and said, dude, that's the topic of this week's Tales from the Crawl Space podcast. Brad jumped in and said that. So yes, Brad was observant.
Yeah, yes. Who the fuck is Brad?
I don't know, but he had the
Mind
shit
your
right.
Goddamn business, Brad. Brad, you can suck it.
Nick decided to jump in and give his opinion about things. He goes, Termidor. Ants, Termidor. Roaches, Termidor. Neighbor's cat, Termidor. Patel baseboard treatment. You guessed it, Termidor. So apparently he's pulling out the Phantom Plus, but he didn't get the memo.
Yeah, he's applying extra medicine.
Oh, you got to put the extra medicine here for me, please.
Good job.
And Mr. Christian asked if it helps with genital warts.
What, Termidor?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. 2 weeks in, the jury's still out.
Are you doing the liberal? Are you applying it liberally?
I'm using the quarterly concentration of 0.03%.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not being liberal about it. I'm being conservative.
Okay. So you're trying to make your balls great again.
Yeah. I'm trying to make my balls great again. That's right. Yeah. I could have applied it libertarianly and just just expect somebody else to do it.
So, Neil said, "Commercial tech here. Setting a bunch of snap traps under store shelves. Lay down on a skateboard and roll down the aisle."
That would have
been. Fuck! I'll do the little breaststroke on a skateboard to keep from having to crawl around my fucking knees on a hard tile floor.
I'm too fucking wide, I would
get two skateboards.
I would need like an auto mechanic creeper,
Yeah.
The kind with the headrest and the multi-directional casters and stuff like that. I could go to fucking town in one of those. But
had a crawl space with that. That was awesome.
Oh hell yeah. Yeah, man, it's got to be the right crawl space though, dude. Because some of the crawl spaces, it ain't gonna work.
This was well lit, concrete, and smooth. I was zipping back and forth. It was fucking fantastic. I got my shit done and spent another 15 minutes just doing this back and forth. It was great.
Sweet. Not speaking of crawl spaces, I had a do a re-eye today. It was a crawl space, and it was one of those, my favorite fucking crawl space opening where it's just the half moon corrugated metal thing right up against the house instead of having some cinder blocks out, So it's like I've adopted the belly to the ground method of going in and going out, right? And, even in a tight one, that's kind of a bitch. So I get in there, I do my inspection, I come out, and I'm kind of struggling, working my way out of the crawl space, and I'm like wiggling and stuff. Get my knee up there. I get a fucking cramp in the back of my thigh. I'm like, oh, and then so that I get that. So I snap my leg out immediately, and that just makes it stop altogether, which is awesome. But I'm still working my fat gut out of this thing. I finally get up and almost fell back in because the customer is sitting on her patio. She's about my age. She's smoking a cigarette. She's like, "Guess you shouldn't have had that second fucking donut this morning, huh?" I was like,
"Oh,
bitch.
Man, go fuck yourself, woman." What the fuck?
I laughed so hard I almost fell back in the crawl space well. That was great. Like, Jesus Christ. But I was like, I like that woman. I can't wait for next year to do her inspection again.
It's always the logistics of getting in and out of those small ones that make it, I usually go feet first, face up, so I can kind of curve my body as I go in.
Mm-hmm.
But then you can't come out of the damn thing backwards like that.
I can't dive in a crawl space, man.
I
have to go in first,
right?
Because I want to say goodbye to the outside world before I go in, and to do just to dive. Now I've seen people do that, and it looks awesome, but I'm not that guy. I'm just too weird about shit. I can't even dive in a pool like that. I got to jump in, and it's like. But
cannonball.
Oh, I tried to fucking cannonball in 3 foot of water a couple of years ago at a resort.
Oh wow,
God, that hurt.
Oh yeah,
my stupid ass.
Did you bust your butt bone?
Paralyzed.
Yeah, what the fuck, man? Come on, 3 foot.
Come on, man. I was drunk. All right. What's new?
That was kind of a given, but
yeah.
Well, in the spirit of firearms, Mr. John said a BFG 9000. If you've ever played Doom, you know what a BFG 9000 is.
I know what a BFG 9000 is.
The big fucking gun. So,
God, I love Doom. Just even the sounds, it's like whoa, 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 whoa. Just walking through.
That'd be the original one with the song starts at.
Yeah. If that game ain't in DOS, I ain't playing it.
No, I hear you. I love that doing deathmatch with that. That was awesome. Joel says a multi-tool, like a Leatherman. Those are nice.
Yeah.
Those are that's a good one. That's really a good one to keep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alex had a long thing here. He goes, endoscope camera with light and 4K Wi-Fi microscope for your iPhone.
Okay.
I guess that would be good for ID and bugs, but
I can dig it. Now the endoscope seems a little extreme. If he does have like an actual endoscope, he can get free stuff out of vending machines with that. Because you can work that fucker up, like the chip ones with the spiral thing that drops it down. Yeah, you can work that fucking endoscope in there and just kind of work around and shit, get behind something and pop it right the fuck out. Yep.
Well, speaking of free stuff, I saw a video today, and if you got to wash your truck and the boss makes you wash your truck, but you don't have the time for it or you don't have the money for it, you get yourself a big ass magnet, like one of the magnet fishing type magnets. And you go to one of the wash bays where you do it yourself type wash bay, and you swipe that magnet up and down over the coin slot, and it raises and lowers the little thing that registers the coins.
Get the fuck out of here!
Yeah. Wow. And this guy in the video was using like a bass speaker, like a big subwoofer speaker, with the magnet just going back and forth, and it was going pa-ching, pa-ching, and just racking up credits on that damn thing. I was like, that's a good fucking idea. I'm gonna get me one of the magnets just to try.
Duly noted. I think I have one.
Brandon says T-shirt gun. Okay. Yeah.
What the fuck for?
I don't know, but if I had one, I'd be aiming for people in the stands. That'll look when the kid looks at me. See if I can pop his ass right in the face with a T-shirt. That'd be awesome.
Oh, no shit. I guess if your aim is good, it would be good for like knocking down wasp nests and shit. I don't know if I'd try it on a full size hornet nest.
Yeah. I don't know.
This is my favorite. By the way, this is my favorite time of year to do hornet's nests because they're about this big. It's like, and we charge the same price as if they're this big.
Little golf ball.
Oh yeah, it's like then you feel obligated to do something extra. Like, okay, I'll treat for ants while I'm here. You got ants? Well, yeah. As a matter of fact, sir, I got ants. Oh, no problem, buddy. I'll take care of them.
I got you.
It's still $250, so I'm gonna do something fucking extra for your ass.
Our favorite Brandon put a link up to a nice K-bar knife. A good knife is good to keep in the truck, that's for sure. Good for everything. A cattle prod. Mr. Kevin said cattle prod. Yeah. Someone said something about eggplant. Toilet paper and wet wipes from Mr. Derek.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. That makes perfect sense, especially this time of year. Again, going back to the swamp ass issue, it's definitely, you got to stay, you're not going to stay daisy fresh, but you're going to be at least fresh. So, I mean,
right.
And wipes will get you there.
They will. Little Swiffer up in the back 40. You'll be good.
Yep. Followed up with a little Poonsy, and you're set. You're ready for that date.
You're fresh. Nicholas comes back with, if you do wildlife control too, pick up a Nerf dart gun to easily and accurately put eviction fluid exactly where you want it without crawling around in the attic attempting to fight that rabid bitch of mother raccoons in the process. Eviction fluid. Explain that to me. That's not something I've ever used.
Yeah, eviction fluid. I would probably say beats me. Tranquilizer, something. But I don't think they could trust most pest technicians with tranquilizers. They'd be laying in their trucks. Like.
See, I'd get one of those little apple pies that come in that little metal pie tin, it's like 4 inches across, little apple pie.
Oh yeah,
I'd save the tins, and I had chlorpicrin, which is the active ingredient of tear gas. And you get up in the attic, you set the tin up, you put that tin about halfway full with chlorpicrin, and you close the attic door and you wait. Anything that's in there is coming out. They're coming out quick. Bats, raccoons, you name it, their ass is leaving.
Fucking A. Wow. Yep.
Another guy had one of those little spool key things that has the retractable cord on it for bait station keys.
I used one of those. I need to get another one. They broke. But yeah, for the love of God, don't put your truck keys or anything like that on these things because they do break, and then you will be fucked. But yeah, for your RTU keys, for your Evo keys, for your piece of shit that I hate, RBS keys, yeah, definitely. They're great because you can just zip and pop it up, and you're off to your next station. Right now I don't have one, so I'm digging in my pocket. Fortunately, Our company uses one type, and that's the Evo pop in, pop out. We've got like 48 million of those keys at the office. If you lose one, it's no big deal. You probably got 90,000 in your truck somewhere laying around on the floorboards, especially if it's Friday, and in the toolbox, in the bed, somewhere, in your ashtray.
Right.
If you're like me and drive an old truck, you have an ashtray. But yeah, the retractable ones, they are completely awesome. And I definitely got to get a new one.
Well, most of the companies I worked for use is it Bell stations, like the RTUs and the LPs with the metal key with the two prongs.
Yep.
I had a friend who was a welder, so I would go to the dollar store and buy like 5 or 6 of the cheap flathead screwdrivers at the dollar store.
Uh-huh.
And you take the key off when you get a box of RTUs. One of them's got a key taped to it every time. You save the key.
Yep.
I'd take one to my welding friend, and he would tack weld that key to the end of that flathead screwdriver.
And a good friend of mine, Clint, did that, but he used like a half-inch copper pipe, and just kind of soldered it on there. It worked really good. When I was at the Scarlet Letter, the late Dean, who is used to be the mechanic there, would gather up as many of those metal keys as he could, and he would weld them together. So he had like a double dong type RTU key, which, it was still small enough to put in your pocket. You would lose it. He lined the holes up. So if you did want to put it on one of those retractable bastards, you had it covered. But it was long enough that you still had good leverage. So you could get and, torque it down. But yeah, the screwdriver is cool. And the copper pipe after Clint quit and he left one of those suckers at the office, and I was like, oh fuck, I'm using this. So yeah, the screwdriver even is a great idea because you got that handle on it.
But you had the Prince William of bait station keys.
I did, didn't I? Yeah.
Little throwback to another episode.
Oh God, no kidding. All right, a minute. Gratuitous crop shot.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Okay, you know what else is essential in pest control that's not really pest control related?
What?
It's a method to keep your drinks cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's several things out of there, but the one thing that really strikes me as I would say probably the best I've ever come across would be the one and the only Tony Spangler tumbler from SpanglerArt.com. She never leaves my side.
I know she's right here, baby. I'm right here, baby. It's okay. It's okay.
That's right. It's like, oh, wait a minute, Paula, you got a little hanger there. Let's take care of that. Yeah.
Paula, is your butt tingling? Because I'm rubbing the bottom.
I'm going to rubber bottom.
Rubber bottom.
Yeah, she's got both of them going at the same time. Oh my gosh!
Both cheeks.
I'm telling you what. Let me testify about a little more about Tony's tumblers. These dudes, I'm gonna go ahead and dissect Paula here. Knock the top of her head off, and if you look inside, you'll see stainless steel lining. This is double insulated. I could go to bed. I always get me a thing of ice water. So if I wake up in the middle of the night parched, I can always reach out and get me a cool sip and then go back to sleep. Well, 24 hours, I still had ice in this son of a bitch.
Damn.
And it blew me the hell away. I mean, my wife has got a Yeti, and it doesn't hold ice like this does.
No.
And the really cool thing about it is the fact that it's slender for easy insertion. But no, it actually fits in. I've got a 94 Dodge Dakota, and if anybody's driven one of the old, the old box type shit kicker, Dodge products, over on the dash, right above the glove box, there's a cup holder, but you got to pull it out, and the holes you could barely stick your thumb in. They're so small. This bastard fits in that, and which is great. I mean, I don't use it to run my route or anything, but on those off times because work-life balance. I do drive that around, and sometimes I just need a cold sip of something. And but I usually the ones that last the longest are the ones in this, because every time I put ice cubes in the Paula tumbler,
she's so hot.
It melts. It just
she's so
melts.
Hot.
Just turns to liquid. I'm just as I turn to jelly around Paula, and So then, after I do that, I grab my surgical steel urethral sounding rod and, then, I take a trip to town. So, but anyway, Tony, thank you very much. Tony, you're a great sponsor. You've, everybody's happy with the products you've put out.
Oh, hell yeah.
You continue to innovate as far as designs where pesticide labels are concerned. Your latest diazinon one blew me away.
I love that.
So
That's for
really
me.
awesome. And William the Merciful, my boss, did want to give you a shout out. The one that you made for his niece's graduation was outstanding. So
fantastic.
You did a great job on all of them, and we will continue to sing your praises, Tony. So thanks again. You and Leanne slam out a great product. So we are proud to let everybody know about it here on the show. So
well, I have to testify for hot drinks. You talk about the cold ones. This morning at 7, I left the house to go up the mountain to check on things. Had a hot cup of coffee with me, and to be honest, that stuff stayed so hot it was hard to drink till I just about got to the mountain. But
right?
3 hours later, get ready to come down the mountain. It was just cool enough to drink. It had stayed that hot for that long. It was awesome. So that thing definitely performs well above standards. So for sure.
That's great. That is great.
So what we got on that poll that I put? Would you have any luck on the poll at all?
Yeah, I got a poll for you, Jack. Let's see. Okay.
Does it have the sounding rod in it?
Of course it does. It's all about the sounding rod. Okay. Let me take a quick pour here, and let's get on with the poll. All right, Jack, 3 days ago, Jack asked everybody in Depot Land, what is the best non-pest control related must-have for your truck? And results will be blah, 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 bullshit podcast. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and run them down. I'm going to start with the 1%ers, which are really good, and I'm going to get this one out of the way right away. Somebody put your mom. All right. Anyway, let's see. Real answer: multi-tool with hammer and cutting. We also have lots and lots of snacks. Coming in at 0% was Percocet.
God damn.
Yeah. Pornography made the list at 1%. Let's see.
Downtimes, you get a cancellation, you get sitting there for a while.
Exactly. Flatulence, which I don't know. We have one from Emily who said a shiwi. I am assuming that is like the femi-urinal type device. And so we've got, let's see, another 1% would be jumper cable. Thank you, Mario. And 1% we have WD-40. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
WD-40. I mean, it's duct tape in a can.
It is.
There's not a whole lot that shit can't do. If it's cold and you're locked out of your truck, you can blast some of that in. 9 times out of 10, you're going to get in. It's going to keep your, in a pinch. I don't recommend this all the time, but if you just got that sticky, noisy ass B&G when you're pumping it up and down, just one quick microsecond shot of that is going to clear it up until you can actually, take that pump cylinder apart and get it done right. And another one percenter here was nil odor Tap-A-Drop. I think you talked about that earlier.
I did.
And the last 1%er we had was Lysol spray. Those all make absolutely perfect sense.
Well, a hot tip real quick for WD-40. If you live in an area where, your doors get frozen shut on your vehicle, like you get rain that turns into ice overnight and your door's frozen shut, spray some of that WD-40 in a rag and wipe the door seals down, and your door will never be frozen shut.
Booyah.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah, I'm totally going to do that. I haven't had a problem with that with my truck, my work truck, but I have had it in my home wits, so I will definitely give that a shot. All right. Another 2%er was Paula Benedict's Greatest Hits CD. I could not agree with that more. Why is that only at 2%, people? What's the matter with you guys? Another 2%er we've got by Forrest is a rope for hanging yourself when you deal with stupid customers. All right. This guy went way dark, and I can respect that. especially this time of year. But that's I got to tell you though, that is letting the customers get to you, and fuck that all day long.
Right.
And,
Fuck all that noise.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell you what, Forrest, if you ever find yourself in that situation, you find a lifer, and he's going to tell you how to get through it. It usually involves low-key fucking the customer somehow. So, definitely get with somebody that knows. Another 2% is hand sanitizer. We got another one, 2% at Carmex for inside nostrils, and we all know what that's for. So and that's the 2%. Let's kick it up a notch and go to the 3%. We have by Will, the one, the only, you got to have it, the piss jug.
Yeah, that's usually what my Gatorade bottles were for back in the day.
That's what I like about the Gatorade bottles. I mean, everybody slams Gatorade because it's it's basically sugar water and athlete sweat, but I'll tell you what, man, the piss jug is irreplaceable. The Gatorade bottle is perfect for it because it is a larger caliber opening. Not to brag, but it's for your penis. And, if you're just using a standard water bottle, you're just like setting the tip of it right there on that bottle. And you're actually, what you're doing is you're creating an airtight seal around that, and you're not able to actually expel like you should. Without it blowing back at you. So
right.
Gatorade, Powerade, anything with the ends in aid is usually going to be a good guess for you.
For that deep down body thirst.
For that deep down body thirst. That's right. Okay. We've got another 3% baby wipes that was added by Oli, and that's the guy that we hope one day becomes an owner operator.
I hope so, man. I
hope so, man. He's got the fire in the belly. That's for sure.
He does.
Yeah. So, I hope it happens for him someday. Oli, we're thinking about you, buddy.
We are, Oli. We love you, Oli.
Yeah. 4%. We have electrical inverter. I had an electrical inverter at one time, and it was indispensable to me. Because sometimes you want hot nachos, and you get one of them little crock pots, and it plugs right in, and you could eat hot nacho dip while you drive. And I can't think of any other use for an electrical inverter than that. Let's see, we have James said Africa by Toto.
Something was something
that going tonight. She's only whispers of some quiet conversation. All right, boy, it's waiting there for you. Gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. All right, enough. Yeah, I got to stop before we get sued for copyright infringement. All right, 4%. That was Africa by Toto, the whitest song about Africa ever. And then we have Allergy Relief. Absolutely. And that's not just allergy from all the tree pollen and shit that's out there and whatnot. Just some allergy relief is good, especially if you're doing some like wasps and stuff like that. You don't want to suffer from a steaming.
Yep.
Definitely, allergy relief is necessary. Benadryl, definitely. You're going to be dragging at. You take some Benadryl after you get a sting. It's going to help you out a bit. You're going to be dragging your ass for the rest of the day because Benadryl does tend to make us a little drowsy. I missed a 1%, Jack.
What'd you miss?
I'll go ahead and ask that. John said a photo of Brad Harvey in visor.
So when you flip it down, you see Brad Harvey's face, maybe?
That's right. Yeah.
Well,
I guess that's for like when you're sitting in the driveway and you're waiting for that customer to come home. That said they'll be there in 10 minutes and 20 minutes has passed. You don't know what to do. So you just whip it out and stroke it to a picture of Brad Harvey in your visor. All right.
Well, there's another one with a picture of you that got mentioned to me by Russell No-Ball Goswiller. He said a couple things. I guess my biggest non-pest control related in the truck is a couple of books because there are times when I got to wait on a customer, or a couple of gallon jugs behind the seat. I've been stuck in the summer sun with a dead truck for hours, so I need some water. He goes, a fleshlight. And we need to remember that fleshlight has Brad Harvey's face on it. So That's another picture of Brad Harvey makes the zine. He also adds a foxtail butt plug, the Anal Blaster 5K gas-powered probe, and the 10-year-old magazines of Big Black and Sassy, with most of the pages glued together with stuff.
Russell, you have a place by my fire anytime you want. Oh my God! What a guy! What a guy! I speaking of Russell, he was doing a training session where he works, and there was pictures of him chugging out of a bottle of concentrated something. And Russell, if you're still alive, way to go, buddy!
Oh, was it the Telstar bottle? Was he chugging out of the Telstar bottle?
It was a Telstar bottle, which was fine. I guess if he was drinking anything except Telstar Pro, he'd be in trouble.
Well, you got to get the smaller bottle and fill it full of half and half, so it looks nice and thick and creamy. So you really fuck with people's heads.
Yeah, eggnog.
Yeah, I can see that.
They've got these like iced coffee concentrates that come in the pesticide squeeze bottles. And I'm just looking at those things. I was like, damn, that would be great. I would grab one of those, use it up, and then like fill it full of eggnog, slap a Termidor label on it, or a demand, or something. Onslaught Fast Cap. Yeah, that stuff looks delicious.
There was a company selling those bottles clean, fresh off the assembly line, for people to take with them to parties to do shots. Just fill the damn thing full of whiskey and do a little shot.
I hate drinking my whiskey out of plastic bottles, though, man. I had a bottle of Myers dark rum, and I had it for a couple of years. Now it's going to make me a Mai Tai. It tasted like fucking plastic. It was gross.
Well, if you're going to one of those kind of parties, though, you're going to kind of fit in with a plastic bottle of liquor.
Yeah, you're gonna polish that off in short order. That's true. All right, okay. We still got a lot of polage here, so let's go on. We hit the 4%. I got a 6% caffeine and nicotine by Blake. Yeah, absolutely.
Amen.
Can't argue there. Can't argue a damn there. Let's see. We did the electrical inverter. Okay, 7%. We have trash bucket.
What?
Trash bucket is great. Well, yeah, right in your floorboard, right there in front, so you can like throw shit in it and completely miss it while you're driving, and you still have all the shit. You've got an empty bucket, and all around it, you have shit around that damn thing.
Yes.
Yes. So yeah,
your trash mode. Yes.
Exactly. So that way, if you do need a blank spot in your floorboard in order to put something in, you got to sit there or whatnot. You can just lift that empty bucket out. It's right there. Put it there, so without disturbing the rest of your garbage.
It's where you put your B&G in the winter when you left it in the back of the truck overnight, and it's kind of slushy frozen, and you need to thaw it out. So you put on the floorboard heat. You set it in that empty bucket, and you let it. Mm-hmm. That's what it's for.
We keep an empty bucket in the mop room at the office for just that. So fill it up with warm water. We come in the morning. Yeah, you always know you got a technician coming in, walking through the front office. He's carrying his B&G. He's cussing under his breath. And he heads right to the mop room. You know what happened.
Well, you panic because the first thing you do is check the wand to make sure you didn't split that fucking thing open.
Yeah, that's an easy thing to do. I'll tell you what, though, Jack, I have not used a brass extend-a-band wand for years. I've got a half-gallon thing because I only carry half-gallon because my shoulders are bad because I'm fucking old. But I've got one of those blue plastic guns that B&G used to sell. And, oh, God, that thing is great. That thing has never fucking blown in cold weather. All it does is freeze, and that's it. And nothing else. And you thaw it out, it's perfectly fine. That damn thing even the packing washers in there don't blow out when it freezes. It's beautiful.
Wow.
I don't make a habit of freezing the damn thing because, sometimes you can ruin your dip tube and shit in the tank when it freezes really hard. But yeah, man, it's been great. I've been using that son of a bitch for 20 years, and I have not had to rebuild it once. All I have to do is just replace the filter, and that's probably why they don't make so many of them anymore. Because it's like anything else. If it don't break, they can't replace it. We lose money. So let's make something that can break really fucking easy, so they have to keep buying it.
Yep.
Yeah, I get it.
Things aren't built to last anymore. Right.
Exactly. Yep. Brian said AirPods and earbuds. We covered that one earlier. And again, Rick put pocket pussy and fleshlight. Again,
I voted for that one. By the way, I voted for that
with
one.
with a picture of Brad Harvey on it if it need be.
If you want to get the job done quick, I mean,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, nothing gets somebody to the finish line quicker than a picture of me. Woo. All right. We're hitting the big time now. We have 2 left. And it was not even close. At 13%, we have toilet paper, which, hell yeah. There's no arguing that at all. Toilet paper is definitely one.
Show.
Yeah, faux show. But number one, just towering over toilet paper at 13%. At 22%, Tylenol, ibuprofen.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen to that one.
Amen. Yeah, that's absolutely.
For sure. Yep.
Yeah, that one came in with no name on it, so I don't know who to thank, but whoever you are, anonymous stranger, thank you. Thank you. Tylenol, ibuprofen, most definitely. I mean, you find it in the trucks, you find it in the office, you look for it in customers' medicine cabinets, you popcorn for it on their carpet. Yeah, Tylenol and ibuprofen. And I tell you what, though, if you alternate both of them at the same time, you're actually going to get a better result. The doctors told me that all the time, and I didn't fucking believe them. I was like, shut up, just give me some Vicodin. But after a while, it's like, I'm going to try it. So I take some ibuprofen first, and then I go about 3 or 4 hours, and I take some Tylenol. Yeah, it actually fucking works. I was stunned. So, none of this works as good as gabapentin, but I digress.
I'll say after 4 shoulder surgeries, I've had 4 separate shoulder surgeries, the Tylenol and ibuprofen intermixing thing, 6 hours one, 6 hours the other, works like a champ. It does.
6 hours? I do 4.
Your poor
liver. I have no liver. It's like between the alcohol and the acetaminophen, my liver's I just have a dark spot in my abdomen where my liver used to be. But holy shit, guys! Incredible response from this, and so thank you very much. That was definitely a great participation in the poll.
Hell yeah!
Oh my goodness.
I have no idea what we're doing next week. I have no idea whatsoever.
You know what? I don't know what we're doing next week, but I know what we're doing the week after next, which is nothing. We're gonna have a brief break. I have a couple of things I have to deal with personally. One of them is a memorial service for my good buddy Richard Turner. His wife passed away the beginning of May, and we're gonna do it. He's having a celebration of life for her on Friday the 21st. And then on Saturday the 22nd, we're having the first annual trio cookout, pest control cookout at Stately Harvey Manor.
Nice.
So nice. The ribs are. I'm gonna slap some ribs out, and you've had my ribs, Jack.
Yes, I have. They're fucking fantastic.
Exactly. Yeah, gonna cook some ribs for the squad, and looking forward to that. And we may pop some video in there here and there, just kind of see. And
good.
I don't know if we're going to have an entire fucking hour of content, but we'll do the best we can. We'll post it on the depot and hope for the best. So I'll tell you what, Jack. Everybody's got until Monday to give us an idea for a show.
Okay,
does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds great.
Okay. All right.
No matter how far-fetched.
We're drawing blanks here, so what the fuck?
Yep. No matter how far-fetched it is, you come up with something, we'll find a way to make a show out of it.
Yeah. Now, again, just because you come with it, don't mean we're going to do it, but, right. we could use some ideas for next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Jack, do you want to make the announcement of the winner?
Oh, yeah. Okay. We had an impartial third party do a coin flip, and the winner of the Tales from the Crawl Space merch contest is Jacqueline Lavis.
Yeah!
Yay!
Yes.
Jack,
we had great participation on this one, but
we did.
The cream rose to the top.
Well, Jacqueline's going to be getting a Tales from the Crossface PCHD tumbler of her choice of design. She can get with Tony about it, and we'll take care of it for her.
Mm-hmm.
And she's also going to get, did we say a hoodie or a shirt? What did we say, a hoodie?
We're going to give her, it's summer. Let's get her a shirt.
Okay, we'll get her a shirt and a PCHD magnet and a Tales from the Crossface sticker. So Jacqueline, get a hold of one of us, get us your address. And we'll get a hold of Tony, and he'll be instructed to hook you up with a tumbler.
Oh, there you go.
Hot damn.
Yeah,
hot
that's
damn.
right. So, yeah, Jacqueline and everybody else who participated in the contest, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Guys are the ones that make this show awesome, and we understand. So, thanks again. And so, you got until Monday to come up with our next show. So, let's hear those ideas. Go ahead and post them on Pest Control Humor Depot, my favorite group, or where else, Jack?
Oh, sorry. You're pointing over to the side, opposite side.
Oh, okay.
You can go to TFTC Podcast on Instagram, TFTC 2.0 on TikTok, or you can email us, Jack at TFTC.WTF or Brad at TFTC.WTF. You can find us all of those ways, but primarily the Pest Control Humor Depot, our favorite group. And the home of Tales from the Crawlspace.
Absolutely. All right, Jack, I got to piss. Get us out of here.
All right, to everybody out there, thank you, Cheesebags, for participating. Thank you, Tony Spangler, for the awesome tumblers at spanglerart.com. So, on behalf of the Pest Control Humor Depot, our favorite group, Tales from the Crawlspace Podcast, Brad and myself, we respectfully ask you to bug the fuck off.
Bug off.
Y'all come back now. You hear?
Oh, thanks for listening to Tales from the Crawlspace Podcast. Jack and Brad will be back next week with another great episode. TFTC can be found on almost every podcast provider available, and you can also find us on TikTok at TFTC 2.0, Instagram at TFTC Podcast, Facebook at the Pest Control Humor Depot Group, and our website, www.tftc.wtf. Don't forget to subscribe and share. See you soon.